DWO Reborn.
Peter! Hand me my R1K! The battle is starting! It's time to Flask Up! Flask Up, the original show made for the players, by the players. With me, MasterNoob.
In this episode, MasterNoob gets to know WhiteCat in an exclusive interview.
Without further ado, let's introduce MasterNoob!
Yeah! That's right, that's me! That's me! Keep clapping! You know what? Shut up! Shut up! Cut that music down! It is great to be back with the Dynasty Warriors Online community after so many years. I miss you guys so much. No, I didn't. I hate y'all. I'll talk a little bit more about myself in another video, but for now, I just want to let you know what Flask Up is. Anyone's going to be allowed to be on the show. We're going to talk about Dynasty Warriors Online Reborn, their current events, maybe some history, rivalries, the way tournaments are going, anything that's happening at the time, we're going to talk about it. If you speak English, you do have the option to have an interview live. If you do not speak English, or English is a second language and is difficult for you, I can give you the questions beforehand and it can be pre-recorded. It's up to you. All of these videos will also have Mandarin in closed captions. With that being said, let's introduce our first guest. It's the feline programmer who's getting the job done himself. It's WhiteCat. WhiteCat does not speak English, so the voice recordings are AI, but his answers were written by him. Let's Flask Up! For many of us, Dynasty Warriors is a great game, and Dynasty Warriors Online was one of our favorite games of all time, but it is still niche. How did WhiteCat get to see this game and decide that he was going to program it?
I originally got involved in this project because a guy I used to do side jobs for asked me to fix the login system for a game called DWO, which I had never heard of. He told me the work would be paid and to just handle it. Even after I warned him it would be expensive. As I started digging into the project, I got curious about the game and eventually found a thread online where people were trying to revive it. That's when I realized he was using me as the real labor while charging those people a higher price and pocketing the difference. I contacted the actual group, cut ties with him, and walked away from the original client because I refused to be used like that.
That's very nice. It's always good to have someone with morals and common sense in charge. I'm looking at you, admins. Now, WhiteCat, I'm sure that everyone knows you are reverse engineering the game. What kind of skill level do you bring to the table? What's the coding experience of WhiteCat?
My coding journey started when I was about 10. After my dad bought our first Windows 98 computer, and I became obsessed with figuring out how it worked. I constantly experimented with it, which usually ended with me breaking something so badly that an IT technician had to come fix it, and my dad getting understandably frustrated. Eventually, I got my own Windows XP machine, and that freedom pushed me deeper into hacking, tinkering, and learning to program in dozens of languages. I kept pushing systems past their limits, sometimes crashing my own PC again and again, and my dad somehow stayed incredibly patient through all of it. I even got suspended a few times for hacking the school network, but my parents were more impressed than angry.
So we have a lifelong programmer with a passion for what he does. I feel better knowing this backstory. Now, what kind of difficulty are we facing with reverse engineering the game? What are you looking at?
Working on such an old game is a strange mix of easier and harder, because the code is simpler but full of odd tricks developers use to compensate for weak hardware. Those old methods make reverse engineering difficult, especially when I also have to fix things like missing Chinese language support or update the client to work with modern DirectX and Windows 11. The biggest obstacle is that there's no official DWO server left to capture network traffic from, so I'm constantly trying to figure out how systems worked without ever having played the game myself. Thankfully, the staff and community help fill in the gaps, even though the workload is massive and I could earn more by taking other projects. Still, the passion around DWO and the challenge itself is what keeps me motivated.
All right, I understand. We got some challenges that we're facing, but still moving along. Now tell us a little bit more about WhiteCat. What kind of games do you like to play?
The only game I ever played seriously was World of Warcraft, where I had around 24,000 achievement points before the account got banned, which was probably a good thing in the long run. These days, I barely play anything, even with a powerful gaming PC, because I mainly rely on the hardware for heavy development work and long-term stability. After upgrading from my old setup to a much stronger machine with an ultra-wide monitor, I even tried Resident Evil Requiem for a few hours before deciding it was way too scary for me. Most of the time, my PC is just running the DWO client anyway, and if I had to pick a favorite genre, it would definitely be more PGs for their progression, complexity, and strong communities.
Yes, and DWO also has a very strong community. I'm so glad that it's back. I'm just joking. I hate y'all. Now, are we gonna see WhiteCat in game?
I definitely plan to join you all from time to time once the game is finished, because I want to experience what I helped create and see people actually enjoying it. I'll still be around to fix issues, handle bugs, add new features, and gather community feedback, since a project like this never truly ends after launch. Even after the game goes fully live, I'll most likely stay involved in development and support. Of course, that depends on what the project staff decides and whether they still need me. But I'm not just going to disappear.
That's great to hear. Okay, I would be doing the community a disservice if I did not ask you this question. How long? When are we going to see this game come back out? What's your time frame? I understand donations and time shifting. What are we looking at this time?
I prefer not to promise a specific time frame for completion. Things will be done when they're truly ready. This is a very large project, and progress depends on funding, available time, and the sheer amount of work involved. Reverse engineering and rebuilding an old game can't be rushed without risking bigger problems later. What I can say for sure is that I'm constantly making progress. With daily or weekly updates, each new feature, fix, and addition brings the game one step closer to being finished.
All right, thank you for being straightforward with us. I understand that giving a specific time for release would be very hard because of the hecticness, the uncertainness of reverse engineering a game. I'll ask you again at a later time. I'm sure that you'll be back on the show being the developer. For now, we'll accept that one. We got a lot of people waiting on this game. I know people are giving out donations. They're giving their input. But a lot of people cannot pay for donations, or they want to see a little more progress being made before they make those donations. What can the community do outside of donations to help you out in this process?
One of the biggest ways the community helps is simply by staying positive and supportive, which can be even more motivating than donations. Working on a project like this takes a huge amount of time and energy, and seeing people genuinely excited about the progress gives me a lot of drive to keep going. Knowing we're bringing back something people truly care about is incredibly motivating on its own. Good vibes, patience, and positive energy from the community make a bigger difference than most people realize. I also have great staff members who help me every day with information, testing, and understanding parts of the game I never experienced myself, and their support means a lot to me.
I agree with you. I know that people can get very frustrated because we love this game and want to see it back as quickly as possible. Sometimes our emotions take over common sense or logic, and it just boils over. I do want to stay as positive as possible. I want to see this game come out as much as anybody else does. So yeah, the positivity portion of it is very good. I myself am a donator, and I do understand a lot of people don't want to do that yet. So let's just let this progress a little bit longer. And yeah, thanks for your input on that. Now, this is going as long as I would like for it to go. I want to keep these interviews about 10 minutes or less, so this is right at the end. Do you have anything else that you want to say or share to the community before we wrap this thing up?
I want to thank everyone in this community for the support, patience, and positivity they continue to show. Because projects like this survive on passion, not just code. What started as a technical job became something much bigger for me once I saw how much this game means to people. And that motivation keeps me going even when the work gets tough. Reverse engineering and rebuilding something like this takes a huge amount of time and problem solving, but step by step we're getting closer. I may be the one writing the code, but the excitement, feedback, and support from the community make this project just as much theirs as mine. So thank you for believing in it. Because we're not just rebuilding a game, we're bringing back memories and something people truly care about. And that makes it worth it.
All right, thank you so much for being a part of the first episode of Flask Up. I want to let the viewers know that this is going to be an ongoing series. Hopefully when the game comes out and we get the tournaments running, we can have more Flask Up episodes about current events. I know right now we're just reminiscing, but I'm glad that we got this first episode down. Coming up next, we're going to have Shukize. He's going to come on and give more insight on how Dynasty Warriors was reborn. As for now, keep that positive energy up. Get those donations going so we can have this game come out as soon as possible. Just as a reminder, those answers were shortened for time. My associate PeterF will release the full unedited interview in article format, so be looking out for that. That's going to be it for now. We're all flasked up. Let's head out to the battle.
DWO Reborn.